Before Jesus went to the cross, he tells his apostles, one more commandment I give you, a new commandment I give you, to love one another as I have loved you. So as a Christian, I want you to consider, how did Jesus love? What were his values? In a moment, he feeds the 4,000 and the 5,000 with a few loaves and a few fish, and they eat and they're satisfied, and then there's something left over. From a few loaves and a few fish, there's leftovers. He provided more than they could even eat. And he gets in a boat and he tells his apostles, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Or beware, in another gospel, in Mark, he says, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of Herod, priests and a king. And it's very particular that he says this because Herod was a hedonist. Herod was all about pleasure and living that good life, that makes him feel so well. And Herod had authority and power. And in the midst of this authority and power and his intoxication, he tells his niece slash stepdaughter, ask whatever you want, and up to half my kingdom I shall give it to you. At that moment, he became subject to his own authority because she asked for the head of John the Baptist, and he had made that promise in front of all of his officials. And so he had to come through, and he had to slay a man that did not deserve to die, a righteous man that did not deserve to die. The Pharisees, on the other hand, in a chapter before in Mark, they questioned Jesus about the washing of hands and all these traditions of men. And Jesus tells them, right was the prophet to say that you worship me with your lips, but your hearts are far from me. That's the Lord speaking. And if you think about it, the Pharisees were more worried about the praise of men. They wanted the praise of men. Everything they did was for that praise. But the thing is, they wanted this praise from men, but they would not love their neighbor. They had no love in them. They would condemn them without mercy. They condemned them and they would demand things from them, burdens that they would not carry themselves, but they would demand these things. And Jesus called them hypocrites for that. And we have to wonder, like, where are we on that spectrum? Are we like Jesus, who was meek and lowly in heart, who had nothing that he carried except for the Spirit of God, which is everything? Or are we like the Pharisees or the Sadducees or Herod, who care only about our own image and the praise of men and our own glory and power?